And good morning. I am Octavia Johnson, and you are at yahoo.com. And here where I stand right now is where I have had to come several times to make reports about my missing daughter. Her father has kidnapped her. I was told to have him charged with parental kidnap. After I went through the process of having these charges filed against him, they refused to pick him up, arrest him, or tend to any of my allegations about him. It is this place right here, Richland County Police Department in Columbia, South Carolina. At 29203, there is another residence of theirs, Columbia, South Carolina Police Department on Two Notch Road. There too, I had to go there and make some reports about my daughter. She hasn't been home now in about 3 months. Every time I've reached out to them, they've given me the runarounds. Nobody has given me any paperwork saying anything about my case that I've put on my daughter. I should have some type of paperwork. I've been to both of these police stations several times. Several times. I've even gone down to the police station on Two Notch Road, and I've called for 911 for dispatch to send out an officer, and instead of dispatch sending me out an officer, she decided to be confrontational with me, disrespectful, and did not, I repeat, did not send out an officer like I asked her to, irregardless of what the case may have been. Especially if I had said that my daughter was missing. There should have been no other comments made besides, yes ma'am, I'm sending out the cops. Instead, she was confrontational with me, very disrespectful, and this is all coming from Columbia, South Carolina, supposed to be the retirement state. I am pressing charges for negligence against my case. If there's anything to happen to my daughter while she is away from me, missing, not in my care, there's also another lawsuit against Richland County Police Department. Instead of helping me, I had a Sergeant Colt on Two Notch Road Police Department, Sergeant or Officer Colt, tell me that instead of him helping me get justice for my daughter, he's telling me that I'm going to be arrested if I give them any false information, or I'm going to be arrested. He's like really aggressive with me for no reason, telling me, basically threatening me that I'm going to be arrested if I don't leave their police station, basically. But I'm down there to get justice for my daughter, a beautiful African-American little girl who's very smart, very intelligent. She just turned 13 years old. Like, why aren't they getting justice for African-American women, African-American children? Okay, they say it's a pandemic, and the world is abrupt right now. It's a lot of things going on. It doesn't minus the fact that my daughter is missing. There are still other missing children out here, and every day that I get up, I'm fighting for my daughter's justice. Her father, her birth father, is delusional. He has a mental problem. He's mentally unstable. Her visiting him was not supposed to end up with him capturing her and keeping her. This is all a game that he's playing in his head. And you know what he's done? He's disrespecting me, Richland County, my county itself. And I've reported this also to Richland County. They still have not done anything at all. You know, the day before Mother's Day, I went down to Richland County on Two Notch Road, and I told them my daughter is still missing. Please do something about this. The officer called Desmond, which is her birth father, and told him, if you do not bring her back to Columbia, South Carolina by tomorrow between 11 and 1 p.m., you will be arrested. Has any arrest been made? No. I've only been getting disrespected, and I think that they think this is a game. Therefore, I am taking legal actions. I'm going above their heads. For people who do not know, you do not have to depend on Richland County or any police department. There are ways to go above this. There are places that I can contact that will help me fight against the police department. Never be afraid. Never ever be afraid. The reason why African American people are not receiving justice is because we are not helping each other. Well, not me per se, because I help everybody. But speaking for the police department and the people in authority, they are not getting justice for African Americans. And this right here is pure proof. My daughter is missing. She has been gone for a total of 3 months. She has missed doctor's appointments. She has missed classes that we take with each other and her sister to keep up on her skills. My daughter is 13 years old now. She just started her menstrual. I know her menstrual cycle. I do. He doesn't. I know what she needs. He doesn't. I raised her from the time she came out of my stomach. He didn't. Whenever I asked him for help or anything, he will make a fool out of me, disrespect me and my daughter. He even went as far as saying that he was going to kill me and my daughter one time before. And you know, me being an African American woman, trying to be understanding, I let time go by, I let time pass, and you know, I figured maybe he was better now. You know, maybe he's better now. Obviously he's not. No, it's not okay for me as a mother to send my daughter off that I raised, I took care of, that looks identical to me. It's not okay for her to be away from me and her sister and the rest of her family who helped me raise her. Everybody, we are all upset right now because Richland County, and we're disappointed with Richland County because they're not doing anything at all to help. They're only making the situation worse. They're not doing anything to help. They've tapped my phone. They've stalked my house. They've done all this madness. They've done everything but help me get my daughter back. This is not gonna be okay once it turns out into the hands of court. Excuse me, you guys. I'm just upset. I'm a mother and I'm upset. So if you can't understand that, goodbye. Goodbye, good day. But I am sick and tired of Richland County parading their badges in their uniforms around like they're helping society, and they're not doing anything but making things worse for everybody. Like I said, here's a clear example right here. I am a CNA. I pay all of my bills. I take care of everybody. I'm a upstanding citizen, to say the least. You know, above everything, I'm an upstanding citizen. Not just a consumer. I don't just buy stuff and use up stuff. I actually help people out. For whatever you can understand, take that to understand it as. Understand that. I help people out. But for me to go to my own county, not receive help at all, of course I'm at an uproar. Of course I'm upset. Of course I'm disappointed. Needless to say, when he was released from doing supposed to have been a 10-year bid, when he was released, he begged me to come see me. I kept telling him no. Some odd reason he ended up coming anyways. Him and his cousin pulled up. His cousin left him over here at my house. I'm not at home right now, but I'm in my area. His cousin left him at my house. So we were just in there chilling. I got tired. I fell asleep. When I woke up, Desmond was basically raping me. Basically raping me. And I know a lot of people could take that as a joke because they're going to say to themselves, you guys have a kid together, how's he raping you? Well, this is the thing. I'm engaged. I always have been engaged. Never ever been released from being engaged, irregardless of what anybody thinks. I've always been taken, always been in relationship with someone. Dad's been putting his hands on me physically. Oh, okay. After he raped me, he beat me up too. I mean, left blood on my wall, everything. I end up calling the cops. I end up having to go to the hospital. I get out of the hospital. I go back home. I see miscellaneous things missing. I'm like, wow, I thought they arrested him. So I'm, making phone calls to see what happened after I went to the hospital. And he's out doing his thing, out corrupting the world. The police did nothing about this guy. He stood in my doorway while I rolled off in the ambulance. And the police did nothing about it. Nothing about it. And you want to know why we're not getting justice, right? I'll tell you why we're not getting justice. Women, I'll tell you why we're not getting justice. Stop smiling in these men's face. Stop allowing them to play with us. Let no mean no. keep men out of your life. Keep them out of your circumference. Keep them out of your comfort zone. Unless he is your husband, he's not allowed.